Pain heals. Chicks dig scars. Glory lasts forever.
Welcome back to the channel. Thank you so much for being here. Appreciate all your support. Hope you're having a fantastic day. Shout out to the 19. I'm a little leery of this, folks. I gotta say, it being Friday the 13th, and we're being told Caitlin Clark is cleared to play on Saturday. This is what we're being told. I don't know. That sounds a little, I don't know about that happening on Friday the 13th. That seems like some bad juju, some bad karma, but we'll see. We'll see. Maybe not. Maybe not. Maybe we're going to flip the script. So, Stephanie White was talking after practice, asked about Caitlin Clark. She's asked about Sophie Cunningham, also talked about Dewana Bonner. So, we're going to take a listen to this. And then I've got another thing I want to talk about in terms of some of the things White said with the playing going forward in general that I think needs to be discussed. So it's gonna be interesting on Saturday. Here we go.
I'm gonna make the half court shot. I don't know when, but one of these days.
Yeah, Caitlin obviously won it in a rare instance I heard today. Just how's practice been like for her, and kind of what's her status for tomorrow?
It's been good. I think she's working her way back, and I felt like today was better than yesterday in terms of just movement and balance and feeling like she's getting back into rhythm, timing, all of those things. And as long as we don't have any regression, she's going to be ready to roll.
Hey, what kind of regression do you look like? Just with swelling or something?
Yeah, for me, it's just listen to the training staff. I mean, if there's swelling, if there's any sort of carryover in terms of the injury, but there hasn't been, and so I don't anticipate there being. So she was good.
And with Sophie as well, how is she progressing in terms of playing for tomorrow?
Yeah, I think she's going to be ready to roll as well. Sophie looked really good. Her timing was good. Getting back into game rhythm and timing is the most important thing, and then being able to change directions. I thought she looked good. She's had really good workouts throughout the course of the week, and then it's just been reintegrating into live action. So they both look good.
And DB has been out for these past 2 days for personal reasons. Just how is she doing? Do you anticipate her being here tomorrow?
Yeah, I mean, I think she's doing as well as she can be. We're going to continue to support her and giving her the time that she needs. I don't anticipate her being here tomorrow, and we'll just, with her right now, it's supporting her and giving her what she needs and taking it one day at a time.
There you have it, folks. So we have Caitlin Clark cleared to play, ready to roll. Sophie Cunningham cleared to play, ready to roll. No Dewana Bonner. Now, here's something I'm trying to find out, and I didn't want to just run with it. It's been, as you all know, from probably from me and as well as other people, it's been crazy trying to find out definitively the simple thing of what happens with Ari McDonald if they let her go because players come back. Can they just sign her? Is it a waiting period? Like what? We don't know. So if you got two players coming back, right? I believe they only needed one to get back to the 10. So two back, but Bonner won't be there. But I think that's still 10, and I haven't heard anything. I haven't found a clip of Stephanie White being asked. I have no idea at this point what's going on with Ari McDonald, but I did want to bring you this news. Some of the things that'll be interesting to see is how many minutes for both of them. How many minutes does Sophie Cunningham get? How many minutes does Caitlin Clark get? The type of players that they are, and with Dewana Bonner not being there, they're both probably just going to want to play, right? You get out there, the adrenaline's going. They just both have that type of mentality. It's like, hey, if I'm playing, I'm playing. You know what I'm saying? I'm not that none of this, playing 10, 12, 15 minutes or what have you. So that's going to be interesting to see just because the way that this has been handled and the way it's been talked about on and on. And I'm not saying it's wrong, but what I'm saying is based on what I have seen and heard so far, it wouldn't surprise me if they severely tried to limit, because Caitlin might have to say, tried to limit Caitlin Clark's minutes, or at the very least, they'll be kind of how you feeling, and that type of thing. And then, I mean, ultimately, at some point, you have to listen to the athlete who is listening to their body. And if Caitlin Clark is saying, I'm good, then she's good. And then, of course, there's also seeing her in action at full speed. Now, we all know Caitlin's a gym rat. She did a lot of training to get ready for the season. I really doubt that she's going to be all that rusty. Now, what she may not be is completely as explosive or as quick just because of the leg healing, right? Right. It seems we're at a point where she's fine to play, not going to risk further injury, but that doesn't necessarily mean she's back to having that explosive step that she normally has. Now, one thing I found interesting that I wanted to just wrap into this since Caitlin Clark's coming back is this post that we found is that Steph White talks about wanting to play like the Pacers and how Caitlin can learn from Tyrese and get others involved early when defenses want to take her strengths away. Tyrese, though, wants to learn from Caitlin and stay aggressive no matter what a defense throws at him. We're very similar to the Pacers in how we want to play, Fever coach Stephanie White told ESPN. We want to play fast. We've got great depth, and so we can utilize our bench. We want to pressure 94 feet. We might not pull away from teams in the first, second, and third quarter, but hopefully our depth allows us to do that in the fourth quarter. With Tyrese, they're going to try and take him away. His ability to get others involved early is a great lesson for Caitlin. She's been able to do what she wants to do for the most part because she's a generational talent. The great teams are going to take that strength away. Halliburton's focus lately has been on staying aggressive no matter what the defense does schematically to get him off the ball. He said he's trying to learn from Clark how she attacks no matter how much defenses throw at her. I got to tell you, this really actually kind of pisses me off a little bit because this is the one of the problems I have had, as you know, with Stephanie White. I'm no Stephanie White hater, but I'm not also, drinking the Kool-Aid. I had reservations from day one because her track record does not equate to that success. We saw 4 games of Caitlin Clark. We did not see these things that Stephanie White is saying here. We did not see. Now we saw moments of it. We saw a lot of Caitlin Clark purposely off the ball. Well, Tyrese wants to do the opposite. He wants to be like Caitlin and not get off the ball. We keep hearing about, they're going to take, what's she going to do when they take her strengths away? Have you not? You sound to me, Stephanie, like someone who has never watched Caitlin Clark, that you're looking for an excuse to play slow ball, to play Connecticut Sun, quicksand, slow, physical 25-point game basketball, and I just simply don't understand it at all. This is not someone to me that sounds like they've actually watched Caitlin Clark or wants to do the things that she says she wants to do. Come on, we all saw those first 4 games. Did it look like a team that wanted to play fast? Did it look like a team that wanted to get the ball in Caitlin Clark's hands and run the court? Yes, once in a while they had some pressure of 94 feet. But this was not a team, and we all know that depth thing isn't necessarily there. Thought it was, but we're not seeing it, right? She won't play the Rook, who should be playing. Bree Turner's barely getting any minutes. Sydney Colson was barely getting minutes until the injuries. So, Bonner was playing 15, 20 minutes a game. So that depth wasn't really there from what we thought it would be. And, this is concerning because this is, again, Stephanie saying the right things, but now we've had some reality of it and we haven't seen these things she's talking about. What strength are they going to take away from her? We've talked about the pick and roll. We've talked about her ability. Get other players involved. Again, what are you watching? She led the league in assists. She led the nation in assists 3 years in a row at Iowa. Her freshman year, she led the conference in assists. She set a single game record with 19. She set a league record with 319? I question that now because of the 19 in both of them, but I think it was 319, right? So please don't tell me about them taking things away from her. You run a Caitlin Clark read and react offense. Look, I get people's like, oh, well, sometimes you're not always going to be able to run. True, you can't always push the pace, but yeah, if the defense is playing back, first of all, that means they're not getting offensive rebounds because their priority is get their butts back on defense. Great. Have we not seen Caitlin Clark be successful in a half-court offense? Are we not paying attention to the pick and roll with Aaliyah Boston, in which everything else can come off of that, whether it's Talexi or Kelsey Mitchell? They're very, very simple. It does not have to be complicated. There are very simple things you can do to get Caitlin Clark successful if they try and take away supposed strengths. She was blitzed more than any player in the history of the league last year and still made all WNBA first team, still was fourth in the league in MVP voting, despite playing on let's face it, a team with only a handful of good players. And Alyssa Smith, who was, historically terrible last year. So it's concerning what I'm hearing from Stephanie White. She's the one, to me, that's been taking away Caitlin Clark's ability. I just don't understand her logic. Her logic seems, illogical. Defenses aren't going to stop Caitlin Clark because she's not just someone who shoots threes. It's like you've been listening to Kennedy Carter or oh man, I just blanked on her name. What's the lady, the player goes on Gilbert Arenas podcast? Let me know in the comments. But Caitlin Clark is a generational playmaker. She absolutely will get our other players involved. But Stephanie White seems to want to play Caitlin Clark in a way that she's already given up. Like she's already said, okay, they've stopped her. So we're going to do stuff that really doesn't involve her and just kind of have her stand off of the ball. I don't get it. No one has stopped Caitlin Clark yet. Yeah, she might have bad games. Yeah, they might double and triple. But again, we saw that last year, and we saw what happened as they all got on the same page, and Christy Sides kind of pulled back and gave Caitlin Clark the keys. I mean, she was blitzed. She was triple teamed. She was picked up full court all the time. Yeah, you know what she did? She passed the ball. She got her teammates buckets, folks. She got her teammates in great positions to score the basketball. The only one that I saw in the first 4 games of the season this year that was stopping Caitlin Clark was Stephanie White. So, Steph, hey, stop giving the good coach spiel and go out and be a good coach. Put the ball in Caitlin Clark's hands. Run a read and react offense. Run transition every single time you can. And when you can't, you run the pick and roll with Aaliyah Boston, and everything else will come off of that. Let it happen. Sit back, enjoy the show, and watch Caitlin Clark lead the Indiana Fever to a winning streak that gets them back into a top position for a playoff run. I'm going to leave it there. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. As always, appreciate you so much being here. Like, subscribe, you know the drill. Go have the day you deserve, even if it is Friday the 13th. Be careful. Don't walk under any ladders. Don't come across black cats. You know it all. Don't spill salt, okay? And I will talk to you later.